I'm Kimberly Howard-Wade, and I want to thank you for pressing play and taking a few minutes to watch this video. With all the tough and hard-to-watch news out there, we hope this video will give you a moment to pause and watch something that makes you feel good, like watching a sunset, or flowers in your garden, or baby animals, or baby humans, or whatever gives you a moment to smile. Because it's the 35th Annual National Philanthropy Day Awards, a time to celebrate people who change the world with a giving heart. And this year's winner of Outstanding Philanthropist is Naito-Campbell. To introduce and help us learn more about Ann, here is Mark Mitsui, president of Portland Community College.
Ann has been a supporter of the college for many, many years, and her family story really recapitulates the value of education and the process of helping students to attain upward mobility through education. Her grandfather came here almost over 100 years ago during the last pandemic. I think he had about $20 in his pocket, and since then he worked incredibly hard to create a future, to create a better tomorrow for his family. And that's really what PCC tries to do, is we try to create better tomorrows for our students. Well, here it is 100 years later, another pandemic, and she is willing and very interested in helping to continue that cycle, to help more folks access a better life through education and training. So she provided the largest cash gift in the history of the foundation of the college to achieve that aim, to help more individuals and their families. Ann not only has a passion for education, she understands the immigrant experience. She understands the process of coming from a place that is different than where your new home is, and what it takes to establish yourself, your family, your community in a new place. That's kind of what community colleges do, is that we help students transition from where they're at to where they want to go. And that process is an immigration experience in many different ways. And Ann gets that. She gets that about the community colleges. And I think that's why she's so passionate about Portland Community College and supporting what we do. This is a tough time for students. And it's been heartening, though, for students to see the kind of community support that they've experienced through philanthropic giving.
If you break down the word philanthropy, it means love of humanity, and Ann has a clear love of humanity. This love ignites outrage aimed at the injustices of basic needs insecurity, of barriers to opportunity, of acts of racism and oppression. As her letters of nomination for this award said, she is spurred by love, tenacity, and hope. Ann's reach has touched organizations and community members with truly transformational giving.
These days of COVID, of unimaginable economic disaster, have really spoken to me in ways that I need to give back. It's given me a lot of peace, and I wanted to accept this award to tell everyone to give, and to give big. Give bigger than they think they can, because what you get back is unmeasurable. The joy that I find in my life is you can't buy it. I do believe that we all have a duty to care for each other. The disparity, which I was fearful of, has grown immensely from those who have and those that don't. It is time for all of us to reach it deep into our pockets and to give to where your heart sings, and to do it big. My ikigai, which is Japanese for purpose of living, is to give back to the community that has given my family so much. I'm very blessed with my brother and my family to have a company that my grandfather started 100 years ago. And that's very rare. So My ikigai is to take what I earned from that company and to pay it forward. My grandfather and grandmother came from a very small village outside of Kobe, Japan. My grandfather came first and in 1912, and then he made his way to Oregon, where he had an uncle who had written him and said, come to Portland because it was a land of opportunity for Japanese, and they accepted Japanese, and there was lots of opportunity. So I am the beneficiary of his decision to come to Oregon. I think we're here to care for fellow humans. And we're born to take care of our parents. My mother, Millicent Naito, just passed away a couple months ago. And she and my father, Bill Naito, they taught me how to live my life. We have a duty to protect and to care for everybody who lives here. I really implore that if you have something, find a charity to give it to. We don't know when or how or why or if it's going to be better next year, but for me, my ikigai is to pay it forward.
Congratulations to Ann Naito-Campbell on winning the award for Outstanding Philanthropist. To all of you watching, thanks again for taking the time to celebrate those who changed the world with a giving heart. I hope you're inspired to get involved and make your community a better place too.